A warm good morning to you children. Here is Sumati, your social studies teacher, and today I am continuing the chapter 5 Europe in that part 6. Previous class we studied about that the westerlies which are blowing in the west coast of the Europe and north coast, and of course those are warm and moist. At the same time the Mediterranean type of climate which is actually rainy winters and dry summers, different types of climate. Of course this we can see that in the southern Europe, and the 4 seasons in that winter and the spring we studied. Now I am going to explain summer. See, summer. Summer is mostly in Europe they get it in the June to August. Actually we get it in the month of May to summer holidays, no? May, June, July, August. These months actually we feel that it is a summer. Of course, Europe also in the northern hemisphere, they too have almost same with us the summer. And at that these 3 months actually there is more sunshine. They'll get the direct sun rays and the days are longer. How the days are longer? Actually for us day means 6 o'clock in the morning we will get the sunrise, and actually and evening also sun sets at 6 o'clock. But for them it is 4 o'clock in the morning the sun rises and 8 o'clock in the evening, that means night. After 8 o'clock the sun sets. That means totally it is different, because the Europe is maintaining the more distance actually from us, that means from the equator. In the northern countries of the Europe like Norway, Sweden, Finland, these countries actually 3 months the sun will not set. That means day and night they get 24 hours, they get 3 months sunrise. That's why Norway is called the land of midnight sun. But actually they get the day and night, but it's not actually so hot. Why? Because how we are getting in the midday, the sun for us overhead, it won't be in Europe like that. For example, in the Norway. The reason is because it is on horizon. What is horizon? Horizon means where the earth and sky seem to meet. That means it looks like that earth and sky is meeting in one place. For example, when we go to the beach, you can see that in the sky and the sea is meeting the place. That means where we feel it is one line, it is there, that where those two are meeting, but it actually we feel that it won't meet. Same way it looks like in that Norway, the sun. So it is called the horizon. And summer is the season for agriculture in the Europe. Actually, to grow the crops and those all, because here mostly whatever it is totally became snow, no, that total portion because slowly starts to melt, and slowly the crops can grow, agriculture is possible, and at that time only crops can mature, and occasionally showers are sufficient. That means whenever it is necessary they'll get the rainfall, that rainfall is sufficient for them. At the end of the summer the crops are ready to be harvested. That means ready to cut, threshing, cutting, harvesting. So this all works they can continue at the time of end of the summer. And actually in our India we have two cropping seasons, that is Rabi season which is in winter, and another one Kharif season which is in the monsoon. So for us 2 seasons are there. It is possible to grow the crops 8 to 10 months in the year. We have 12 months in a year. So that 12 months, 8 to 10 months, it is useful for agriculture. Winter cropping or winter season and monsoon season. Monsoon means it is summer. Okay. But in Europe, cultivation is possible only for 6 to 7 months because of the cool climate. Okay. And even Next we are going to study that autumn. Tree leaves turn red and yellow in this season. That means actually trees shed their leaves. That means totally it became red and yellow. It's unable to be on the tree. So those shed their leaves. The climate totally changes from that time. That is from the September and October. Hay is cut. Hay means the grass. Already from the grass the grains they got it now. They separate the grains from that grass. It is also called chaff. That is only called hay. Okay, hay is cut and dried for feeding farm animals in winters. Whatever the grass that they dry it, that it is useful for feeding animals when it is time of winters, when they won't get the proper food, they preserve it. And at the time of autumn only, grapes and other fruits are used for making wine, jams, juices, and even those are of variety kinds, and even preservatives also they use it and preserved for that to sell in the market. Now, land and agriculture. Mostly in Europe, the plains and river valleys are very fertile. Actually, European plain is there, that is totally fertile. One of the reason, more rivers are there. So the rivers are providing very fertile soil in the Europe. Another important thing is, throughout the year it gets the rainfall. Because of that reason, the rivers never dry up in any season. Always the flow of water is there. So because of that reason, plains are very suitable for agriculture in Europe. Actually, here in Europe, actually maximum of the area mountains, and Europe doesn't have the desert. Plateaus are less. So some part of plains are available, but those plains also are area wise very less. Of course, suppose Norway, Sweden, those if you take it, those are total in the north part of Europe. Totally the land is covered with ice almost throughout the year. So that particular area is not at all suitable for agriculture. But some of the areas is useful, but some portion only can be grown the crop. So some countries have very little agricultural land. For example, Norway has 3% of land, that is also southern part of Norway only useful for agriculture. At the same time, England 30% of land only useful for agriculture. At the same time, Germany 40% it is useful. So same like that, if you will see that in India we have 55% of land is cultivable. Means in India more land it is cultivable comparison to Europe. Now here you see that there is an acute shortage of land in Holland. Holland means Netherlands. At present it is called Netherlands, before it is Holland. The people of Holland are called Dutch. Okay. So there is an acute shortage of land in the Holland. That means in Holland totally the place very less land is available. And here the people of Holland have reclaimed the small portions of land from the sea by building embankments called dikes to push back the sea. Here what is happening? They have very small area of the land, even that also totally on the sea coast, that area always get the sea water. So what they have done, the sea water couldn't penetrate into the land part, they have constructed the walls. Okay, so those walls makes that sea water cannot enter into the land part. You see that these are the walls. Okay, sea water cannot penetrate into the land part. This is totally they are protecting the land in that area. They are continuing the agriculture. Means These lands are that land, whatever they are reclaiming this total area without getting the seawater. Seawater is not at all useful for agriculture, but the land part is useful, no? If they get the seawater, it can't be useful. That's why the seawater should not enter it. They have constructed the walls. That particular reclaimed land is called polder. Remember, children, the reclaimed land in the Holland is called polder. Okay? And in Eastern and Northern Europe, it is not possible to cultivate only. East part and north part, it is not at all useful. The land in winter due to the extreme cold. North part, already I said you, Norway, Sweden, Finland, these are all northern countries. Totally they are covered with snow. At the same time, interior part of the Europe, that means totally east part of the Europe also extreme cold. So that area also not at all useful for agriculture. It is in spring that sowing, actually at the time of spring season, sowing takes place. Sowing means, taking the place of the seeds, and crops mature in the summer month and are ready for harvest in the autumn. Like that, seasonally they do the agriculture. As a result, it is possible to raise only one crop in a year. That means sowing in the spring, crops mature in the summer and ready to cut in the autumn. So 3 seasons completed. Another one rainy season. That will leave it. So because of that reason, only one crop they can grow. Actually, our India, 2 crops we are growing, but there only one crop it is useful, because there the 6 to 7 months only they can grow the crops or cultivation they can do. However, in Southern Europe, it is possible to raise 2 crops here, because in Southern Europe there is a Mediterranean climate, and that climate is rainy winters and dry summers. Because of that reason, here to grow the crops it is very easy. And in this Europe, wheat is the main crop of Europeans, of course. So main crop for us, actually, you know that in Andhra, rice is the main crop. Same way for the Europeans, wheat is the main crop. It is grown extensively. Where it is grown more? In France, Germany, Russia, Ukraine, Poland, Italy, Greece, in these areas. Even fruits also grown, like grapes. Those are used for making wine. And the Mediterranean countries like Portugal, Spain, Italy, and southern France, those are all mostly famous for wine making. Okay. Along with this, barley, oats, rye, sugar beet, potato, etc. are also important crops of Europe. Even sugar is manufactured from beet. That means already in the sugar beet I said, that is called actually sweet potato. That sugar beet, they extract the sugar from the sugar beet. Actually, we get that sugar from sugar cane. So they don't have much sugar cane. That's why they get the sugar from sugar beet. That industries are there in the Russia, Ukraine, and Germany. Okay. Now this is the time for assignment. How many months is cultivation possible in Europe? That is 6 to 7 months. It's possible. Name the cropping seasons of India. I said you there are 2 cropping seasons. One is Rabi, it is winter, and another one Kharif, it is monsoon. Which country of Europe have polder? Holland. What is the main crop of European plains? Wheat. That's all for today for children. Bye bye. We'll meet in the next class.